I want to talk today a little bit about the some of the comments that I made in my randomness video and elaborate on those. I pointed out how stupid it is to vote just among party lines. Now, let's think about this. Let's stop and think about voting along party lines for a minute. Okay, if you have half a brain, if you have 5 brain cells, that was enough time for you to figure out how stupid it is to vote along party lines. No one party is better than the other. Let me point it out. Ronald Reagan, considered a great president, ended the Cold War. If you don't want to be communist, then he did a good thing. And if you don't want a communist world, he did a good thing. FDR, Democrat, ended, what was that, World War II, elected to 4 terms, also a good man. Ended the Depression. So you got Ronald Reagan and FDR. They both did good things. Why do people then say that voting along party lines is good because all Democrats are blah blah, or all Republicans are blah blah? That's full of shit. People who say that are stupid. I mean, alright, those kinds of people would vote for Hitler. They would elect Hitler because they merely believe that, hey, it's my party, so I'm going to go for it. Think about the logic there. That's stupid. I know I'm saying stupid a lot, but, you know, people are so stupid that I think they have to drill it in their brain just a little bit more to drive home the point. What really is the difference between the two parties? The party names, Democrat and Republican. Well, Democrats are liberal and Republicans are conservative. Not necessarily true. Independence. Let's look at independence. Let's see, they don't pick parties, so they don't vote along party lines. They just say, I'm going to vote for the best guy. And they look at the issues, and they have a brain. I'm not saying you should vote independent because those guys never win. They just don't. I'm not saying don't vote for them either. What I am saying is use your brain. But the thing is, I've made it tougher on myself because I don't just say I'm going to be one party. I have made it infinitely harder on myself by saying I'm going to open up my eyes and look at the issues. It would be very easy for me just to go say, alright, I'm voting all Republican or all Democrat. But I'm smarter than that. Most people are smarter than that. But they are lazy. Alright, how many people vote in the elections? Not very many. Not a lot at all. Alright, so, that said, if people got off their asses and thought for themselves for a minute, they would know that you don't vote along party lines. You vote for whoever you feel is the best candidate. And let's talk about the 2000 election, please. Just for a minute. Bush won. You cannot deny that. Popular vote should only matter. That's the only thing that should matter. I don't care if you live in a small state. You don't get equal representation. I'm sorry, you just don't. Because, you know what, we're not voting as states. We should not be voting as states. We should be voting as a country. And so, yeah, Gore should have won, but he didn't win. That's dumb. He didn't win. You could say, oh, because it was Florida, that means that it was a conspiracy. Bullshit. Oh, and 9/11, you think we caused that? That's bullshit, too. Luckily, I can edit this later. So, but back to the party lines thing. I just demonstrated a very good example of thinking for yourself. Because I just said Gore should have won. But I said that Bush actually won. That's because I know the law. And I know how our system is set up. So, the fact that we use Electoral College decided that Bush won, but at the same time, Gore got the popular vote. Doesn't matter. Also, let's look at, as far as Republicans and Democrats, this whole thing about none of them ever do anything wrong, of either party, because that's what each party says. That's wrong. Look at Republican Foley. Alright? Look at some Democrats that have broken the law too. Do I need to bring up Ted Kennedy? I mean, do I really need to bring up Chappaquiddick? If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. That's all I'm going to say. Also, people say that this president is breaking the law. He has not been found to have broken any laws. He's not been found to have broken any laws. Tell me where a federal court has said he's broken laws. They haven't. Now, President Clinton lied under oath, which is a federal crime, and I don't care what you lie about. If you say to a federal grand jury that the sky is red, you've lied. Hang on. Sorry about that. But if you lie to a federal grand jury, you should be thrown in jail immediately. No bullshitting. If you say the sky's red and it's blue, sorry, that's a lie. That is a lie under oath. That is a federal crime. Now, if Bush is found to have broken federal laws, he needs to go to jail too. Frankly, they can both go to jail if they've broken the law. I take no sides in breaking the law. You break the law, you go to jail. Alright? So, cut this shit out about voting for Republican or voting for Democrat only. Look at the issues. If you believe in gay rights, likely you're going to vote Democrat, but that doesn't mean you're going to vote Democrat. If you believe in less government in your life, and less government telling you what to do, you're probably going to vote more conservative, which is probably Republican, but not necessarily. There are some very conservative Democrats. I'm going into politics, and I will run as either one. That's not an issue to me. I have no qualms about choosing a party and running and saying, I believe in these issues, and this just happens to be my title. Because you know what? That's the bottom line. Republican, Democrat, it is a title. That is all it is. And if you vote for titles, you're pretty sick. That's real sick. Look at the person, not the name or the title. Because it's childish not to. Just look at the issues. You know what? Presidents don't make our country fail. We as Americans make our country fail. And that's by voting along party lines and saying, oh, I'm only going to do it this way because I'm stubborn. So get out there and do nothing. Get out there and vote. I don't care who you vote for. If you want to vote along party lines, fine. Get out there and vote. But really try to think about the issues first. Really, really, really think about the issues. Thanks.